Hey guys, Barretus here and welcome back to Forever Stranded. So in the last video we discovered the meteor and built a drill from actually additions with a bunch of upgrades to actually mine out a 5x5 area and try and find some hidden chests in that giant meteor. We also made this flux capacitor just to power it since it doesn't have a huge amount of battery power internally. So I went back and well, there's a lot of compressed stuff outside. I went back and mined through the meteor. It turned out the hidden chests were in those three large sort of cave areas around the meteor. They were just sort of dug back a few blocks into them. So I did manage to find them eventually and got all four of the inscriber presses that we were looking for. So now that we've got all of these, I've built four more inscribers. And I've changed the way the AE system auto-crafts to, rather than before where it was sending in a circuit and stuff to make those intermediate processor things, it's now, or the intermediate circuits I guess they were, it's now just taking a silicon, a gold, and a redstone to make a logic processor. So basically this is just I guess what you would call a vanilla A2 autocraft setup for these. So it gets a silicon and a gold and a redstone. They all just sit in the buffer chest. It always sends silicon into here, and then the silicon circuit board thing goes back into the chest, and then when it's available it goes into here. So as long as we send the right number of resources into this chest, it just automatically sends things into the right spots and then back into the buffer, and then eventually they all get processed through this end inscriber. So it's pretty good. It's going to save us a lot of resources now, because we're not going to have to worry about the rubber crafting and all of those circuits we had to make. And yeah, all of that stuff. It's all taken care of now. I also set up a few more interface molecular assembler things down here. So this this P2P tunnel is connected to a dense smart cable. So with these four now, they're all connected to the same cable. So once we fill these up, this cable will be completely full. So we'll end up putting another 6 interfaces on this one, and what I started doing down here is setting up the fluid assemblers from extra cells. So these are now set up to make concrete for us using water, and then obsidian in case we need to craft obsidian. I mean, it is technically cheaper to use the igneous extruder, but this way if we just need to quickly craft some for a recipe, it can throw a few out pretty quickly. And then I just threw in like treated wood planks and creosote blocks and wooden ties using the creosote oil that we've now got stocked up, just so that those are in there, so I don't have to craft them manually if we need to going forward. And yeah, so I started recording a different video where I went off and explored further to the west. So I figured since we'd found some cool stuff to the northeast and south at over like 2,000 blocks away, I thought maybe the mod maker has hidden something like out this way past the ruined city. But I ended up going about 5,000 blocks out and didn't find anything. So apart from the dungeons and the temples and all that standard stuff. So I looted a few of them on the way, but I'm pretty confident that there's nothing out there. So yeah, I was going to record that as a separate video, but it ended up being not much to it. It was mostly just me saying, hey, we're going to go over this way, and then just dead air as I flew over there and didn't find anything. So I thought I'll get rid of that and just start fresh with this one. Just tell you guys that I did that. And yeah, so I actually don't know what I'm going to do today. Probably should have thought ahead. So thinking about it, there's some little like quality of life things that I'd like to do. I'm thinking I want to extend this room out further. Extend this room and then start like repositioning some stuff. Because like I hate that we drop down here and then we're immediately like climbing over machines and going under cables to get to all of this stuff. And originally I didn't extend this room beyond the size of the lab above because of the sand. So as soon as we started extending out, it would just all drop down on our heads, and it just made a big mess. But now that this is all grass, we could actually start digging out and making the basement larger without it affecting the surface. So I'm thinking I might do that, but that might be a job for between recordings. I don't think you guys really want to see me like setting all of this up again. Although I think I could do it a little more efficiently if I do it again, but if I do, it'll be between recordings. I definitely don't want to tear this down completely, because it's going to be useful for these collector quests. Or the lapis, diamonds, gold, iron. These are all things that we need to get from like mining resources. So between those, dust processing, between the resource miner, we might even get a quantum quarry set up. I'm going to set up a bunch of things sort of between recordings and this sort of show you guys the highlights to try and knock out this why does that keep resetting now? It's strange. So knock out these ones. But what we could look at doing maybe, let's just have another look at these. So I know we can't do this guy yet because we need a huge amount of ardite to actually get that, which I just don't think we have yet. Although how much ardite do we have in here? 53. Actually, we probably could. So that smelts into 2. Crushes into 2. Tectonic initiate into 3. Is it bugged like the other things and gives us... It is. It gives us 4 in the smeltery. So actually, we could totally do that. Yeah, alright. Let's do that then. So to make that gold toolkit, we need 5 ardite plates and a block of gold. And an ardite plate requires 1,152 millibuckets of ardite, which, I mean, material cost 8, so it needs 8 ingots. And actually, since the smeltery produces 4 ingots per block, we should only need 10 blocks to get... Yeah, 10 blocks will get us 5 plates. So that actually should be really easy. We can do that right now. So let's just throw those in there. And we'll get out the plate cast. Drop him on there. And I think we'll just turn that on and just let it auto run. See how many plates we end up with. And then we'll also just grab a gold block. Just put him out here. So he's ready to go. So then the follow-on quest. Do we want to look at it yet? We can't actually look at it. I'm assuming it's just the diamond one, but it could be something else. So let's just leave it for now. So this guy wants Furnace Generator Mark 1, Culinary Generator Mark 1, and then the Mark 2 versions. And I think the issue here was that these Mark 2 generators need a Dragon's Breath, which we can craft using a Nether Star and a stable Ender Pearl. Either that or we go to the end and use... I think you use like a bottle on... Actually, it doesn't... Yeah, I think you're meant to use a vial on like the Dragon's Breath when you're fighting it in the end. But since there's a crafting recipe, we could do it that way. So what we could look at doing, so I don't really want to fight, well, actually, do we have a way to get to the end? Oh yeah, end cake. Eye of Ender, golden apple, cake. So we do have a way to get to the end. So we could go fight the dragon. We do have flight, we've got decent armor. Maybe if we whipped up a couple of those magic rings, we could go fight the end dragon. Either that, or we look at building a woot spawner. So I've been reading about that, and if we yeah, we get the manual, which I've already made. Got one in here. We can use that to make a mob grinder that could, you know, after we kill our first wither, we would then be able to use this to farm multiples. But it would take a little bit of work to build the factory, and then we might have issues with powering it. But yeah, so that could be an option. We could do that. We'll need to do that, I think, to actually knock this out. Big steam, so turbine stuff. We could make a turbine. Actually, that'll get us our another lifeblood crystal too. So that one, I think we can do that one now. We needed to get some cyanite, I think it's called. Yeah, this stuff. Yeah, cyanite, which we've now got 4 stacks of, so we should have enough to do that. And then once we do that, Tinker Power's done, and that just leaves Technological Revolution. So what did we need for the Slice and Splice? A Soul Binder. What's the Soul Binder missing? Enderman Head. Do we have an Enderman Head now? Yes, we've got 2, so we could actually do that one. Let's see, what are we missing for that? A machine chassis, which I might just tell it to craft one of them, and Solarium. Wait, is that what it's called? Solarium? Yeah. Gold and soul shard. Gold and soul sand, rather. Let's do 12 of them. Gold. I could teach the system to craft it, but we need to get soul sand getting dumped into the system first. Which I'll probably do, like once I move this system around, I'll set this up so that the Witchwater system actually feeds some of its soul sand into the AE network, and then the rest of it can go into the processing. There we go. So soul binder done. Wasn't too bad. So we get choice of conduit binder, silicon, energy conduit, item filter, or loot chest. I'll be taking the loot chests, because we're committed at this point. 16 wood? Sure. And 20 carpet. Well, I mean, we did get soul shard, we did get nether stars once, so I can't be too upset about it. Where are my cables here? Okay, there's some on this side. Plug you in there. Maybe there. And actually we need to get a decent capacitor for him as well, which is a bit of a nightmare to try and find a decent one in here. Crafty Villainous. hungry wonder, good villainous, good tight wonder capacitor, nice crafty capacitor, hiding capacitor, enhanced insatiable, hungry, crushed, crafty smelting planting, crushed, clean cut. I think clean cut is the slice and splice. Actually, I'm not sure what the soulbinders one is. Might have to check that actually. Okay, so I looked up and it is tight is the soulbinder's speed attribute. So premium means it is a 3.5 to 4.0 modifier, so that should be a pretty good one for this guy. Yeah. Alright, good. So that's that quest done. Didn't unlock any others, so then that just leaves... Oh, actually we do have a quest for the Dragon's Breath potions, so alright. How about these guys? So, Attractor Obelisk, Aversion Obelisk. Let's just search for Obelisk. Attractor Obelisk needs an Enticing Crystal. Oh, okay, these needed the Soulbinder. A Soul Vial of a Villager. And an Emerald. And then what does the Aversion one need? A Tormented Enderman Skull. Water, Solarium, Basic Capacitor, and the Slice and Splice. We can do that. So we just... Luckily we have 2 Enderman heads. Oh, I need to go plant that Ender Lily seed too. So we need the 2 Solarium, bottles of water. We do have bottles, so we'll get 2 of them. And what was the last thing we needed for that? Oh, basic capacitor, which we can just quickly craft up. Oh, I should be able to just fill this from in here. Nice. Okay, so put them in there. That'll craft that up. And then what was the other one? A Enticing Crystal, which is an Emerald and a Soul Vial of a Villager with 4 levels. So let's get 4 levels. We need to make a Soul Vial. We're missing some fused quartz, which is... Right, just quartz in the smelter thing. Got 20k quartz. Fused quartz, good. And was that just with a... Yeah, with a solarium on top. Good, so Soul Vial and an Emerald. So luckily we should have... where did I put them? Did I leave them in the system? We should have a bunch of villager spawn eggs. Yeah, there we go. Alright, villager. Yeah? Welcome. There we go. So that goes in the soul binder. Ugh. Okay, and we got the tormented Enderman skull. Good. I might just hold on to the soul vial just in case we see any mobs that we need to pick up. So, obelisks. Aversion obelisk. We're gonna need some machine chassis for these, and then search for obelisk again. Tractor obelisk, And we need a little bit more solarium. Dang it. Soul sand, gold. Oop. Did that count? Because yes, it did. Good. And there's the aversion obelisk. Excellent. So we will take. Ooh, and crystals are tempting. But no, I'll stick with the loot chests. 10 stone. 20 carpet. Why do I always pick the loot chests? So it prevents mobs from spawning within its area of effect. Draws mobs towards it. Specify the mods to effect by placing their souls within the device. Interesting. Prevent mobs from spawning within its area of effect. Does it require power? It does. That's annoying. Yeah, I was thinking we could put that down in the mushroom room, but not if we need to try and get power down to it. That'll be a bit of a pain in the butt. So that just leaves power usage. Let's make a power monitor and a graphical power monitor. Should be able to do that, right? Power monitor. Conduit probe. Machine chassis. Electrical steel. Not sure how much electrical steel we've got. I'm just going to make 10 of them. Steel. Some of that crafting up as well. Monitor. Power monitor. So it's missing some steel and a conduit probe. Do we have an extra conduit probe, or do we just have the one that I'm using? I think we only have the one that I'm using, so I'll have to craft one. Conduit probe. Okay, just needs this guy, which is probably going to need torches, yeah. Go, and there we go. And then monitor. There. Power monitor done, and then we just need the graphical power monitor, which uses the power monitor. Hey, it does too. Oh, we need black wool specifically. Okay. And ink sac. 5 of them. Graphical power monitor. There we go. Energy conduit, item conduit, coal powder, or 16 vibrant alloy nuggets. I will take the alloy nuggets. Okay, and then that unlocks Power of the Dragon. The breath of the dragon can be made with Enderman and a shiny star. And it's just make a dragon's breath. Oh, you get a dragon's breath or 10 loot chests. Oh, that's a tough call. Alright, well then, I mean, in that case, we need dragon's breath for that, we need dragon's breath for that. That one might actually be done by now. How are we looking at here? 5 iodite plates. Good. Which means we can make that gold toolkit. Which gets that one done. Oh, it does keep going. Okay. So we can get slime crystals, an expander, mending moss, diamonds, or a loot chest. What do you need to make mending moss? Ball of moss, right click a bookshelf with this to convert it, consumes 10 levels. I don't think the mending moss is worth it. Slime crystals, diamonds. I mean, it's probably Yeah, it's the loot chest. Oh, I get that one so often too. Alright, so that leaves extreme modifier. Maybe there is still a little bit of room for another mod. You may need to defeat a boss for this one. Make a diamond toolkit. Alright, so the diamond toolkit is prismarine large plates and a block of diamond. Prismarine large plates. Okay, how much prismarine do we have? We have 42 stacks. So we probably have enough. And a block of diamond. 42 stacks. I mean, that sieving system has been running for quite a long time at this point, so I guess it makes sense. So does it just use 8? Oh no, it uses half a stack. Okay. 5, and I just need a little bit more. There we go. So I'm guessing the boss it means is those guardians that we see in that water orb. Alright, extreme modifier done. So a magma slime crystal, a diamond apple, or a loot chest. Now a magma slime crystal might be worth going for. Slimy magma mud. Needs orange slime balls. Which I don't think we have a way to get. Like, we got a few from those orange slime leaves. But I haven't really found a way to sort of farm those. Magma cream's not really a problem. Yeah, like the orange ones don't even have a drop. I might take that slime crystal over the loot chest. Oh wait, no, it's giving us all of those. Oh, and then we get a choice reward. Oh, whoops. Okay. Probably the blue slime crystals. Emerald apples I don't think I care about. Expander I'm not too worried about. Mending moss is easy. Silky jewel I believe is easy as well. Let's take the blue slime crystal. And that just leaves ender modifier. Well, this will be the last modifier you will need. And it just rewards all of these. Wow, a 2 double compressed diamond hammer. Double compressed diamond hammer. Wow. Oh, and a magma slime sapling. Ah, interesting. Steel broadaxe head, soulforged steel tough rod, 2 soulforged steel plate, and 3 loot chests. Nice. So what do we need for this one? Ender toolkit. Obsidian large plates and ender pearl. That's actually not that bad. Huh. Okay, what's in our loot chest? Ooh, a carpenter. It's actually not bad if we were doing anything with forestry. So let's put the heart away. And we'll dump these in here for now. Don't need those at the moment. You can go in there. You can as well. Yeah. Okay, so how much obsidian do we have at the moment? Fair bit. And do we make the obsidian plate? We can't make it here, can we? Oh, we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. Very easy. I think it might be cheaper if we smelt it, but I mean, we're not hurting for obsidian, so let's just do it. Okay, so just craft that. Ender toolkit. Done. And we get all of this stuff. Nice, and that's it. That's the end of the line. 2 double compressed diamond hammer. Tinkers Construct modifier combined with blasting for best results. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what we get in the loot chest. Diamond tools, not that bad. Throw them in there. Magma slime sapling is interesting. Soul forged steel tough rod and soul forged steel plate. Sharp. Oh, that's just the steel broadaxe head. Okay. Cool. So I'll put those out with our Tinkers stuff. I guess I'll put these out there too, since they're specifically modifiers. That can go in there with the other ones. That can go in there. Let's see what these loot chests have. 2 capacitors? That's very nice, actually. And more diamond tools. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Alright. Well, that'll probably do for this this episode, guys. We knocked out a bunch more quests, which is always good. I'll throw these things in here. I might put them in the system, actually. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Yeah, we knocked out a bunch more quests. I think next time we might look at the extreme reactor, because we're going to need to get a woot farm up to get the dragon's breath, and I think the woot farm's going to need a lot more power, so it probably makes sense to get the power system online first. Then we'll get a woot spawner system, which will give us the dragon's breath to finish this one and this one. And then we'll be down to finishing. There's just collector and moving worlds left to do. Alright, that's really good. We're so close. We're getting so close to the end now. I'm looking forward to it. I've really enjoyed this pack, but I've been looking at like the Lost Souls stuff and the SevTech stuff, and I'm starting to get the itch to jump into a new pack, so I really want to start wrapping this one up and move on to something new. But alright guys, that'll do for today, and I will see you in the next one.